Hello everyone. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. If you are watching the zodiac sign, chances are it is in your big three, right? Sun, Moon, Rising. But as a reader who fully intends for your healing and highest good always, I'm going to ask that you listen to the messages of each of the 12 zodiac signs and see how the message coming through, no matter how it comes through, see how you can apply it to the house in which that sign rules in your birth chart. How that sign's message can be applied to that area of your life. Keep in mind, Mars is retrograding in Gemini and Mercury is retrograding in Capricorn. Now, Mars is naturally ruled by Aries, and we have Jupiter and Chiron there, and Eris, okay? Eris is in there. And there's a lot that Mars is asking us to reflect upon, right? Retrograde energy, reflect upon when it comes to the face value reality of things, the face value reality of ourself, and how the energy of ourself creates the reality of our experience, and how our woundings, right, how we martyr ourselves, how we create our own discord and disharmony, are really being expanded upon right now for us to see. With Mercury, which is the sign of the mind and perspective and communication, right? It's naturally ruled by Gemini and Virgo, is retrograding through Capricorn, which is about how we do things and how we dictate our path. So between Mars and Mercury, we're really being asked, how did our best thinking get us here? How did our best thinking drive the choices that we made and got us in the realities that we're in? Right? Because retrograding is all about reflection. And we're reflecting on what we were thinking at the time, how we perceived things at the time, what we thought we wanted and desired at the time, and how those thoughts and perspectives drove our actions and our choices and dictating our path and got us where we are. Because if we're not happy with where we are, this is the opportunity we have to realign, reassess, and reevaluate what it is that we really want. How can we put forth better thinking, better perspectives, better thoughts, and create with better actions and dictate our life in a new way to create a new path and open new doors, right? Doors that are aligned with our healing and our highest good. And so as you listen to the messages, keep an open mind and heart listening to the messages. Because mind you, this is the intro that I'm making. I haven't even recorded each of the signs yet. This is just the intro for each of them that I'm making in advance. And I already know that these messages, because we're reflecting on our own actions and our own thinking and our own behavior that got us where we are, I'm feeling like these might not be light, fluffy messages. Okay, these messages are going to be fully intended from spirit for your healing, to get you into an elevated path, on your highest good path, to get you out of old thought patterns, out of old realities that are repeating themselves, right? Same drama, new person, same bullshit, different day. You know, this is all about getting you out of karmic cycles so that you can live a better experience, so that you can heal, so that other people can heal, and get out of repetitive, redundant, old energy. All right, so keep your placements in mind, right? What you have in the different signs and in the different houses, whether those placements are beneficial ones like Venus or Jupiter or North Node, you know, something positively aligned, or whether or not you have a pain body in there, right? South Node, Chiron, Lilith, Ceres, Pluto, fucking Saturn. You know, be aware of what your aspects are. Be self-aware so that you can get the most out of whatever these messages end up giving you. Okay? With that said, we're going to get into the message. Virgo and Virgo energy. Here we go. Spirit, please. What is the overall theme and the energy for Virgo? Virgo energies for January. Envy. Ooh, interesting. Envy. You want what someone else has. Or what other people in general have, right? If it's not a specific person, you want what you don't have. You might also be afraid of someone else taking what you want. Having what you want and then you don't have it. Ooh, Virgo. This feminine energy is in the dark, in the shadow, in the cold. And wanting and looking at and wishing for the light. If someone is single and thriving, a part of you wishes you could be single and thriving. If someone makes more money than you, you wish you could make the kind of money they make. If someone is in a healthy relationship, you wish you had a healthy relationship, like you're envious of what you don't have. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're envious of what you don't have, then you need to let go of what you're holding on to that you do have that is not in alignment with what you want. If you want what you don't have, then you have to let go of what you have to make room to receive what you don't have yet. Don't be jealous of someone else because they have what you don't when you're not making the efforts to achieve what you want. Don't hate on someone else for being in alignment because you're not taking the steps to align yourself with whatever or whoever it is. Maybe you're jealous because other people have their own place and you don't. Maybe other people are homeowners and you're not. Maybe other people can afford a car and you can't. Maybe they have a brand new car and you have a rundown piece of shit. You know what I mean? Well, then what do you have to do to achieve the receiving of what you don't have and what you want? Because envy is a seventh sin. It's a misalignment. If you want a nicer car, maybe you have to let go of your job that's not paying you enough. Maybe you have to go get one. Well, they're in a healthy relationship and you wish you had it. Okay, well then maybe you need to work on yourself and or leave an unhealthy relationship so that you can open yourself up to having a healthy one. Maybe you're communicating a lot of, well, they're this and they're that. I wish I was this. I wish I was that. And you're not doing the healing work. Well, they're happy and I wish I was happy. Okay, well, they're obviously in alignment with themselves and they're making decisions based on what feels good and instead of sticking around what doesn't feel good. They're following their feel goods and you're sticking in places that don't feel good. That's why they're happy and you're not. Maybe they have a belief system that benefits their manifestation of things and you haven't adopted that belief system. Obviously, their belief system works. So why are you resistant to shifting your belief system so that you can also live in that light instead of being stuck in your old belief system? Envy. Insight, please, Spirit. All right, clarify the 7 of coin. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Clarify the 5 of Cups reversed. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Ace of coin on the bottom. 9 of swords on top. Virgo. The 9 of swords on the top of the deck, what's on the conscious mind, is a fucking nightmare. Your own thoughts, it's a fucking nightmare. What you want is a clean slate, a fresh foundation. You want to put your dragons and demons and your thoughts in a fucking amethyst and understand that you control your demons, not the other way around. You wield power from the wisdom that your demons have given you an experience and have learned, right, how to control your demons instead of the other way around. You got to get control of your demons. Envy, the 9 of swords, like, full stop. Your thoughts, Virgo. The way that you are thinking. You need to completely get control of yourself. And recognize the fact that your thought patterns, the way your wheels are spinning in your head, the thought train is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Your train of thoughts is negative, low vibrational. The 7 of coin clarified by the 10 of wands in the reverse. This energy, the masculine energy that is rooted, right? Because this card is all about burden. The crosses that you bear of other people that keep you rooted. It keeps your masculine energy in the dark, your thoughts in the dark. You've got to open the door to releasing it. You've got to say, I'm not reaping the result that I want, right? 7 of coins is about not reaping the result that you want. You've got to open the door. You've been locked in the room with your dragon, right? The dragon in the background, you've been locked in that room with the dragon. This dark space. It's like here, being in that dark space. You've got to release these crosses that you bear, the burden that you've taken on from other people. You may have definitely taken on the burdens of someone else and made them your burden. I feel like you've made someone or something your burden. And you're envious of everybody else because they're free. And you're stuck dealing with this burden. The Knight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. I feel like this is your time to finally love yourself. and to communicate that, to overflow love to yourself. Like, so much so that standing up for yourself might seriously bring tears to your eyes. Because whatever this regretful situation is, whatever this sorrowful, painful situation is, you're going to have to walk away from it, and you're probably going to feel like you're starting with nothing, or starting from nothing. With the 5 of Coins clarifying that. When you recognize that you may be dealing with a vampiric energy. It might be heartbreaking to accept that you need to let something or someone go. And they might not want you to go. They might cry. They might say they're sorry. They might ask you to forgive them. Please, they'll be better. But I think you know it's bullshit. I think you know if you stay in alignment with whatever it is, whoever it is, that you're only going to continue to be envious and trapped with them. It might be your own energy. Maybe you're constantly apologizing. I'm sorry, I'm going to do better. I'm sorry, I'll do this. I'm sorry, I'll do that. And then you don't. And you're a burden that someone's letting go, because it could definitely go 2 ways. Someone else in your reality may be seriously envious of the fact that they don't have these obligations to you, and they're stuck with these obligations to you, and they don't want the obligation anymore. And you could be sorry, and you could tell them how much you love them and that you're going to be better. And the fact of the matter is, like, you haven't been, though. Right? Take it as it resonates, because it can go either way. It could definitely be your energy, Virgo. You might have made those promises to other people. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better. And then didn't. And now you're with someone who's like, I'll be better, but they're not. The wisdom, right? Like, this 5 of Coins has the wings of an owl in the background. It's wisdom. It's wisdom in the dark night. Owl is a creature of the night. It's wisdom in the dark night. Maybe at some point you were energetically vampiric, and so now you're with an energy vampire to learn what it must have been like to deal with you as an energetic vampire, and or vice versa. Maybe you dealt with an energetic vampire in the past and have become energetically vampiric because you're afraid to give, and so you're just taking. And I think you need to let that whole thing go. There's wisdom in the dark night. You should not be suffering for someone else, and someone else should not be suffering because you refuse to love yourself better, to hold compassion for them better. Sorries don't fix anything. Sorry, I'm sorry is just words. I'm sorry, it's just words. You shouldn't have to say you're sorry. You shouldn't be doing things where an apology becomes warranted. People don't want to hear that you're sorry. They want you to do better, right? No different. You don't want to hear someone say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You just want them to fucking do better. You want them to stop doing things that they have to apologize for. And vice versa. Somebody wants you to stop apologizing and just do better so that you don't have to fucking apologize. They don't want to hear you're sorry. They don't ever want to hear you're sorry again. Stop partaking in actions that you have to apologize for. and or stop dealing with people or situations where they're constantly apologizing and not fucking fixing the problem. They're not fixing their behavior. Aren't you tired of hearing I'm sorry? Aren't you tired of saying I'm sorry? I'm a fuck up, I'm sorry. I'll do better. Like, aren't you fucking tired of hearing it? Aren't you tired of saying it? Like, aren't you tired? The Wheel of Fortune clarified by the 2 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. You've got to change your perspective. You've got to change your perspective. This 10 of Swords is self-betrayal. If other people are betraying you, then you've got to ask yourself, how are you betraying yourself dealing with these people? These people are taking you for granted. They're stabbing your energy in the back. It's because you're betraying yourself dealing with them. And vice versa. Someone might be seriously betraying themselves dealing with you, because you're not improving. It's self-sabotage. The 10 of Swords, it's self-betrayal. It is Jupiter and Gemini. It is the reality blaring in your fucking face that you need to cut something off. You're not between a rock and a hard place. You need to take the blindfold off and realize you are bleeding out. You're bleeding out. This could definitely be from the perspective of someone dealing with you. That your wounds are bleeding all over people that didn't cut you. And vice versa. Maybe someone else's wounds are bleeding all over you and you didn't fucking cut them. You want to change your fate. You want that Wheel of Fortune to turn in your favor. Either stop bleeding. Stop fucking bleeding and cater to your wounds so that you are not bleeding anymore. Or stop being bled on. Stop your bleeding so that you are not bleeding on the people who didn't cut you, so that you're not apologizing for your fucking self. Or stop dealing with the people who refuse to fucking handle their wounds and are bleeding all over you. They are not your burden. Their wounds, their circumstance, their situation, their reality, it's not your burden. Well, if I leave this person, they won't have this. This will fall apart. They won't know what to do. Oh, fucking well, that's what their energy manifested when they didn't clean up their fucking wounds. It's not your problem that they're bleeding. It's theirs. Just like it's not someone else's problem that you didn't clean up your fucking wounds and you're bleeding all over them and they're tired of you dealing with your fucking energetic mess. Oh well, their life is better off without your fucking wounds bleeding on them. Their life is better off. Your life will be better off when you stop dealing with people who are bleeding on you. Stop being envious. Just do better. Choose better. Get out of the fucking nightmare thoughts that you're having and say enough. I don't want to think this way anymore. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to think about them. I don't want to think about their problems. I don't want to be their fucking this or that. I'm not their fucking Band-Aid. Get out. Start fresh. See how this soulmate is a mirror for you. You need to heal your own wounds. Stop seeking their validation. Stop seeking their approval. Like, find your fucking balls. Put your wings back on and face your demons. If you were your guardian angel, If you were your own guardian angel, what advice would you give you? If you were your guardian angel who loves you and protects you unconditionally, who wants the best life, the dream, the peace, the joy, the abundance, if you were your guardian angel that loves you unconditionally and protects and serves you no matter what advice would you give you? Because you got to take that advice now. You actually have to take that advice and put it in action now. You have to apply that wisdom, that guardian angel of you. You need to apply that wisdom and take action now. I'll catch you in a fucus say. See you, Virgo.